you'll see the little steering wheel just to the right of our speed on the central screen. That means we're in autonomous mode. And you'll see the green light. That means we detected that signal and it was green. They're the pedestrians. Must have caught a yellow light. It showed red for just like 1 second. So we'll take a right up here. You should hear a signal in a second. That's all automated. So there we go. So automatic lane change. So what it's doing to position us here is using the LiDAR to detect the curb and then calculate from there because we know the width of the lanes. Here comes the crosswalk. If we get ahead of the bicyclist, we won't have to react to him, so that worked. And then we'll take another right up here. You'll see some of the pedestrians were detected. There was a little symbol. There it is again. As we get onto this road, you know, one of the things we really like about this road is that it has really poor lane markings. So it has rumble strips on the left, and not this first section, but after the next light we go through, you'll see a really poorly marked bike lane. And if we were trying to use a lane departure warning camera like we have in production today, we probably could not detect those, and therefore we could not place the vehicle. But with LiDAR saying, okay, I sense the curbs on either side, that's how we can, you know, center the vehicle properly in the lane. So we detected our green, and we'll proceed. You'll notice on the screen we also show the speed limit. At this point, the vehicle is basically programmed to go the speed limit, or certainly not to exceed it. Those are the sorts of things we don't know where the regulations will fall out. As you're probably aware that when we have things like adaptive cruise control, you know, certainly the customer can choose to set whatever speed. I think it raises some deeper questions as we move into autonomy as to who's responsible and who's doing things. So those are things we need to solve toward production. Is, you know, regulators may tell us, or we have a decision to make as to what we can allow and not allow in an autonomous mode. So you'll see, of course, the icons representing the vehicles nearby. Again, that's really all about letting the customer know that yes, we've detected something. And there, we detected the green. And all of that is sensor at this point. We don't have any, you know, vehicle to infrastructure or anything like that for signal detection or phase detection. So this is the part I was talking about on the road. You can see there's some very, very faded paint stripes, and if we tried to use a camera, it'd be pretty unlikely that we would consistently detect that and be able to center the car. So knowing that a lot of these conditions exist out there, this is why it's so critical to have, you know, a whole other level of mapping data to have autonomous driving. Similarly, and we'll go through some twists back here on this road. The next two rights that we take are right on red opportunities, and the car is programmed to do that, and that's because in that mapping data we've got the rules that say that you know, this is legal at this intersection, and more to the point, perhaps a U-turn is not allowed from cars turning left in front of us. And so the car will make decisions based on what those cars do. So if someone's turning left in front of us, we know that it's safe to turn right on red. And of course, as we look toward mapping the entire country or eventually the entire world, it just gives you an indication of how much information we're going to need going forward, because every intersection can have different rules, even within, you know, one city or state.